Hi everyone, DiamondPeta back again. So I'm going to do a whip and chat with you today. Now I have unboxed these key rings already on my channel. So we've got Winnie the Pooh, Donald Duck, Pluto, Mickey and Minnie. These are the baby ones. And I'm going to do Minnie. I've already placed some big diamonds on Minnie's face there. I'm going to do little black stones now on Minnie around her face. I'm hoping this is the best angle to do this. It's really awkward, I'm sorry, but it's the best I can do at the moment with this iPad. So I've just posted another video on my channel. It was a Shein earring haul, and I told you that I was coming over to do a whip and chat, so I'm here. I've got a few things to talk about today while I'm doing this. So the first thing I would like to talk about is I've got some exciting news. I'm so excited. A budget-friendly company has agreed to let me review some of their products. I got an email from them the other day telling me that they'd been sent, so I'm hoping they will, hoping they won't be too long, but of course with the mail, sometimes they get here quicker than others, it just depends. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm not going to tell you who the company is because they will be getting their own video, but I think I've got 2 products coming from them. I didn't buy, they were gifted to me for review, obviously. So I've got 2 products, I think, coming at this stage. So the first video will be an unboxing video, and then the next video will be me doing a whip and chat on their products. So, and then showing you the final finish when they're done. So I'm so excited. So that's my very first ever review promotional video. So yeah, so that's exciting. So I thought I'd share that with you. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, so I just thought I'd share that with you first. Now, the reason I've been away, as you all know, I had some health stuff going on. I had COVID twice in 2 months, and it really hit me, and wasn't so sick the second time, but I was just really tired and had no energy, and I had a few other health issues that they think could have been maybe related to the COVID that I had twice. I don't know. I mean, nobody really knows because, I don't know, people seem to be having all sorts of different symptoms, so you wouldn't know, what it causes, I guess, in the long run. But so I went on my holiday to the beach, and while I was away I wasn't feeling very well. I was getting a bit dizzy and just not 100%, and I know I have blood pressure issues, but they can't put me on blood pressure medication because my blood pressure fluctuates. It goes up, might be up today, tomorrow it might be right down. So they can't really level it out. It's a bit difficult at the moment. Sorry, I'm just going to get the next colour for this. So yeah, so I wasn't sure whether it was my blood pressure. Also, I have anemia, so my iron levels were very low due to menopause that I'm going through at the moment. I won't go into too much detail with that, but ladies, you all know. So yeah, so the anemia makes you feel very yucky, and also it can be quite dangerous if it gets quite low as well. So I was concerned about that. So I went and bought some more iron tablets. I'm supposed to take them anyway, but yeah, I was being a bit naughty and hadn't taken them for a while. Yeah, for reasons of my own, I won't go into that, but yeah, I thought that I wouldn't have to take them so much anymore, but that wasn't the case. So anyway, not many of that colour on there. So yeah, so I was feeling a bit dizzy and lightheaded. Anyway, we came back on the Thursday from being away. Friday I was okay. I was tired, very, very tired from travelling. Of course, it takes a lot out of you. Travelling, doesn't matter what age you are. I think it's just exhausting. packing the car, unpacking the car, and, you know, going visiting people, relatives, and going shopping and just running people around, and it's just, yeah, it's exhausting. So Friday I just rested, but Friday night the dizziness got worse. I wasn't very well at all. I went to bed feeling quite dizzy. I didn't actually tell Mum and Dad because I didn't want to worry them, and I thought that it may go off. I'd been taking iron tablets, and yeah, and I just assumed that, you know, I wake up not too bad on the Saturday morning, which wasn't the case. I woke up Saturday morning and the room was spinning. I was so lightheaded. I couldn't walk straight. My balance was off. I was very concerned. So just get the next colour, sorry guys. So I ended up calling Mum in and I said to Mum, I think you need to take me to the hospital and I'm going to need help because I can't walk a straight line. I couldn't walk. My balance was so off and I was vomiting from the nausea that I was getting from the dizziness. And I had a very funny thumping pain type, no, not a pain, it was a noise in my ear. And I'd had that previously once before, and I was told it was Meniere's disease or Meniere's syndrome, but that was never proven, so I don't know. And that affects balance and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it was never really proven, so I don't know whether that was the case or not. I think they were just brushing that off back then as that. So I managed to get dressed, fixed my hair up a little tiny bit, and had to sit on the stool in the bathroom with Mum's help to get my hair sorted because I was a bit of a wreck. And Mum and Dad walked me out to the car. Luckily, the hospital is only just down the corner, just down the road from Mum and Dad's, in a good position there. So rather than get the ambulance, Mum and Dad took me because it's for one thing, it's quicker. You never know when the ambulance is going to get there, even living that close to the hospital. So Mum and Dad took me and they helped me in, and I got seen straight away. So they did my blood pressure, which was up, which I thought it would be, and told them all my symptoms and all that sort of stuff. They took some blood work. They did an ECG, which is for the heart, just to make sure. I had tests done, a few other tests that they do, you know, movement of the head and that sort of thing, and legs and everything for your nervous system. So they did a little bit of that to make sure that there was nothing wrong there. Anyway, the doctor was a little bit stumped. He really wasn't quite sure, but by this stage, all down the side of my neck and one side of my jaw was sore. It was like an infection, but it was sore to touch, and it was affecting my ear. My ear was hurting. So he did everything that he could to see if there was anything else wrong. Didn't look like I was having a stroke, thank goodness, because that was another thing that worried me. And in the end, he's put it down to a viral infection in my jaw and my ear that has affected my balance and caused vertigo, which is very unpleasant, apparently. I've never had it before, but yeah, I believe it's not very pleasant. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what colour goes next. Yeah, so he gave me an injection to help with the dizziness and the vomiting, and I was given a script for tablets to take for the next 5 days to help with the dizziness and the vomiting, which did help tremendously, thank goodness. So I took those. The only downside of those was I was getting very sleepy, very tired, and couldn't figure out why, and the medication actually made me very sleepy. So I was sleeping probably for the first couple of days a lot, which probably wouldn't hurt because it helps heal our bodies, I guess. What colour am I doing? 12, sorry. So yeah, we've put it down to that. I mean, I'm feeling better. I still have my moments, so I still think my iron levels aren't where they should be. So I need to go and get that checked by a doctor. Where I live, I haven't been to a doctor here yet, so I have to try and find a doctor to get into. It's very hard to get into a doctor here in the country. Sometimes you can't get in for 2 or 3 weeks, and that's no help if you're not feeling well on the day. So, yeah, so I've got to try and find a doctor. And I think I've found a female doctor here in this little town that I'm in, so I'm hoping. I've heard from some of the teachers at work that she's really good, so I'll be going to make an appointment with her very soon. But yeah, so I don't really know anymore. The blood work just showed that I was anemic. I don't think it showed anything else. My other thought was thyroid. I thought my thyroid might have been acting up, because I have had a thyroid issue in the past, but it didn't show up, I don't think, in the blood test. So I don't know. I don't really know at all what it was, and I don't think the doctors really know either. So I'm just hoping that they were right and that it was a viral infection and that it won't come back, because it wasn't very pleasant. It was horrible, absolutely awful. I don't like that feeling of being unsteady and dizzy and not being able to balance properly. Is a bit scary. So, but yeah, and in that time, my mum got unwell as well. So we had to take her to the doctor and get some antibiotics for her. She is actually okay now. She's a lot better, so that's good. She went back to the doctors yesterday, and yeah, she's heaps better. My dad's okay, he's not too bad. He had a couple of falls a while ago, so he's still going and getting his injuries from the fall looked at. Dad's 83, so you know he's very unsteady on his feet these days. So we just got to be careful and watch that we don't put anything around that he can trip over. And when they get to a certain age, when people get older, they tend to shuffle, and yeah, it's hard because they can't pick their feet up like we can. They're just tired and their legs hurt, and so of course they're more prone to tripping over. So we've got to be very careful what we leave laying around on the floor for him. So Mum tries to keep things clear. They've got a little puppy dog, and he tends to leave his toys around. So we've got to be very careful that Jasper, his name is, a little black puppy dog. So we've got to be careful that Jasper doesn't leave his toys around too much for Dad to trip over. So we have to keep picking them up and moving them, and making sure Dad doesn't have another bad fall. So yeah, because we don't want it to be worse next time. He could have broken a hip or anything in those 2 falls that he had. And thank goodness he didn't, because and the doctor doesn't know how he didn't break something, because his bones are quite brittle, obviously. But yeah, he's very lucky. So yeah, that's about it really. I'll be going back over in a couple of weeks. My daughter needs to move house. She's moving. She's sharing a house with a family member, so she's moving into there for a little while to save some money. The cost of rent for young ones over here, I don't know what it's like everywhere else. I'm assuming it's the same. It's just ridiculous. They try to get on their feet. Unless you're working 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet, you can't afford rent. It's just ridiculous. And they put her rent up from $370 to $450. How can a young person survive on a pay packet with not much left over at the end of the week from that? And then on top of that, they've usually when there's a rental property, normally it's up to the owner's discretion, but usually they pay the excess water as well. And the other landlord that she had was paying the excess water. Well, now she has to pay the excess water, and so that's another added cost on top of the rent and the electricity and the phone and the internet and just the car, the service of a car, maintenance of a car, her registration for the car. It's just never ending. It's on and on and on. It's just too much for young ones, too much for anybody, not only young ones, too much for anybody. The cost of living has gotten so expensive. I don't know how anyone can afford to do it. We're pretty lucky because there's only 2 of us and we don't do much. We don't eat much. So we're pretty lucky, my partner and I. But for young ones that want to go out, they want to go away on holiday, in their car, and they can't do it. They can't afford to do it. It's just ridiculous. So I'll have to go and help her move. She's okay about it. She's a little bit upset because she liked where she was, and it's a shame because she's a good tenant. You know, she doesn't throw parties. She's very quiet, keeps to herself, works, keeps the place tidy, and it's just a shame that, you know, she's got to move out and try and save some money to get a better place later on, because she was quite happy where she was, and it wasn't far from her work, so she could walk if she wanted to save a bit of petrol money. But yeah, no, it's just ridiculous, the prices of things. And I understand landlords have to make money, but when they got a good tenant, I mean, come on, at least, you know, help them out somehow. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. Other than that, not a lot has been happening really. Christmas was a bit of a mix-up, obviously, with all of us having COVID, but, you know, we made the best of a situation that could have been a lot worse, so we were lucky. We were all together for Christmas. We sat out in the backyard. My mum and dad had it, and they'd tested negative Christmas morning, so they were okay, but my daughter and I were still positive. My brother was the only other person that was going to come and spend Christmas with us, and he has already had COVID, but he didn't want to get it again, so we sat out the back in Mum and Dad's backyard under a gazebo for the shade, and we sat there and we opened our Christmas presents there. My brother came up, we wore masks and so forth for, you know, just for extra added protection for him. And we ended up having a lovely day. We had our Christmas lunch out the back under the gazebo, and it started to rain, and my daughter had a bit of a paddle in a pool that we have. And so it actually wasn't too bad a day considering. So we're very lucky that we could all be together for Christmas. So that was nice. The only thing I was disappointed about was that I had to miss having Christmas with my partner and his family. But, you know, they still came over here and he had Christmas with them, and then, and I came back over for our birthdays. My partner's birthday is the 30th of December, the day before New Year's Eve, and then mine's New Year's Eve, the 31st. So I came back over on the 29th and spent his birthday with him, and then I went back over to my mum and dad's to spend my birthday with my daughter and my family on the 31st because he had something else planned to do. I did spend the morning with him. We had breakfast and that together. But, yeah, so it's been a bit of a mixed up time, but we've gotten through, and as I said, it could be worse. So we're quite lucky. We're quite blessed to have what we've got, and, you know, to have our families, to be able to spend time with our family and so forth. So, yeah. Getting ready for work again. So I go back to work. My partner's already at work, obviously. He doesn't get the holidays off like I do because I work in a school. For those of you that don't know, I work in a school with special needs kids. So we have 5-6 weeks off over Christmas, and I go back on the 30th of November. Goodness me, the 30th of January. I'll get it right in a minute. Goodness, the 30th of January. I go back, and I'm only doing 4 days a week this year. I'm not working Fridays, so that will be really nice. It'll be nice to be able to have Fridays off. My partner doesn't work Fridays either, so if we want to go away anywhere, that will come in handy for that. It'll come in handy for me to go, oops, I thought I had a diamond on that, I didn't. It will come in handy for my partner and I to go away, and also for me to go over to Mum and Dad's on the Friday instead of after work on the Friday and get there too late. So it'll be nice, especially in winter. It'll be nice to get over there a little bit earlier. I need some more wax. So I'm prepared for work. I'm all ready for work. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing the kids again. I don't know exactly what I will be doing this year yet. I haven't been told, but I'm assuming that will be happening in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, that's about it. We haven't really sort of got anything else planned. Oh, we're going away next weekend. My partner's son and his wife and their little boy and my partner's daughter are meeting us in the city, which is 4 hours away. Sydney, Australia, and we're going to have lunch with them, and we're going to do an activity on the Friday afternoon with Teddy. Teddy's his grandson. He's only 3. So we're going to go and do an activity with them, which will be nice, and have dinner with them, and then we'll come back home on the Saturday and get ready for a week of work the following week, or well, 4 days anyway. So yeah, that's about it really. Haven't really got anything else planned at the moment except to help my daughter move out. But that's about it until probably the Easter holidays. Oh, I don't even know what we're doing for the Easter holidays yet. Don't know whether we're staying here or whether we're going somewhere or what. We haven't planned that yet. But we get 2 weeks off over Easter here, our school. So I will probably, my partner will still probably be working, so I'll probably go over and visit Mum and Dad again in that time for a few days. But got a few things that I want to do around the house here as well. So, but that's about it really. I'm sorry you can't see this WIP and chat very well. The camera just seems to be going in and out of focus. I'm sorry, it's not very clear. I'm hoping that it's not too bad, but I'm sorry if it is. I apologise. My iPad just doesn't seem to want to focus that well for some reason. That's what I've done so far. She's cute. They are double-sided, so yeah. So that's about it really. I haven't really got any other news. As I said, I haven't been doing any cross stitch. I want to try and finish my bird hanging thing, my diamond painting bird hanging little hanger thing. I'll try and finish that in the next couple of days too, so that I can hang that up in my craft room. I'll have to seal it and hang that up. I showed Mum's finished the other day in the video, and mine's exactly the same. I'm actually thinking about ordering another couple of those. They come in handy to put, you know, your pens in one pocket or something, and if you hang it up, and tray, maybe a couple of trays or something in another pocket, and I might even put one out here in the kitchen on the wall for letters and things like that as well. It'll come in handy for bills and things, so we can keep all our mail together. Oops, that one went straight through the hole. Missed that one. So yeah, and I think they've got some with flowers and things on them as well, which are quite pretty. So I'll get a different one. I won't get the bird one again. I'll get a different one next time, just something different. The 2 off the canvas items that I've got coming from the budget friendly company to review are special. No, actually one's a special drill, one's not, but they're both off the canvas items. I'm thinking seriously about doing one of those later on, because I'm thinking about holding an event. As I mentioned before, I'm thinking about doing an off the canvas, #off-the-canvas event. I'm not sure when that will be yet. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what colour. Maybe, I don't know, in the next couple of months maybe I might do that event, because I know Mindy and I think it's Mindy and Brandy, who have YouTube channels, are doing the specials, this driller special. I can't think what it's called now, but they're doing a special drill event this month, and I didn't get a chance to do a great deal for that one. I suppose I could have used my bird thing for that one, and I still could, I guess, because But I haven't done many events this month because I wanted to try and get better. And I didn't diamond paint for a long time, so that's why I haven't done Diamond Grandmas and Pencil Surprises, Sharon from Pencil Surprises, DP Big Butts. I haven't done that event this month because I just, for one thing, I didn't get a canvas. I was too late to get the canvas, and the other thing is that I had been unwell, so I didn't really want to start a big diamond painting. So yeah, so I didn't end up doing anything for that one, but that's okay. I'm sure there'll be next time. I've ordered, as I said in one of my other videos, I've ordered some Australian flag and koala items to diamond paint for next month for Diamond Grandma's Show Me a Flag. Hashtag Show Me a Flag 23, I think it's called. Oops. So I've ordered 3 items to do for that one. So I'll be doing that one because they're only small. They're not going to be very big, I don't think. But yeah, I don't really have any other news. That's about it, really. Thank you so much to all my subscribers. I have 97 of you now. When I get to 100, I'll be doing some sort of a giveaway. So I'm just waiting to get to the magic 100 and see what happens. But when I started this channel last year, I think it was in July last year, June or July, I was on 29 subscribers for a long time and it didn't move, and then all of a sudden it just jumped up and I thought, oh my goodness. So now to be on 97, it's just amazing. So thank you so much. Thank you to those that have given me shout outs. You've helped my little channel grow. Without you, I'm sure I wouldn't be getting, to do reviews and things on products. So I'm so excited about that. Yeah, so I'm just very grateful. So thank you to everyone. My next whip and chat, I'm going to actually I have got something else to do in a minute. We've still got a few minutes left, so I might do that. I will do some more shout outs in the next whip and chat because some channels that may need a little bit of a boost, so that will be nice. I can do that. I had a thing ages ago. I'm just going to put that down because I need to find it on my phone. I had a thing ages ago that I was going to do. It was a hashtag that I'd made up. So hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'm going to do the hashtag for this, and if anyone else wants to join in and do this, they can. It's hashtag 5 things you didn't know about me. Number 5. 5 things, I'm just writing it down now because I forgot to write down. 5 things you didn't know about me. I know it's a big hashtag, but I just thought that would be a really good name for it because I couldn't think of anything else. 5 things you didn't know about me. So hashtag 5 things you didn't know about me. I'll put it in the description down below. So I'm going to tell you 5 things that you may not have known about me. It's not very exciting. I mean, I'm not a very exciting person, but some people might find it interesting. So the first thing that you probably didn't know about me is I love Tim Burton movies, although I think in my earring haul yesterday I may have said that because I got some earrings to do with Tim Burton movies yesterday. So yeah, I love Tim Burton movies. I like Nightmare Before Christmas. I like Corpse Bride. I like Coraline. I don't know, I just think they're fun. We don't really do Halloween here in Australia so much, although a lot of people are starting to get into it now. But usually around that time of year I like to watch a few of those Tim Burton movies. So that's the first thing you may not have known about me. The second thing that you may not know about me is I am a huge fan of Sir Terry Pratchett. Sir Terry Pratchett is an author. He wrote fantasy novels, and he wrote the Discworld books. They're called the Discworld series. And if you don't know what that is, go and look it up. Not everyone likes fantasy. I never liked fantasy at all, but I got into Sir Terry Pratchett's books and I absolutely loved them. And I actually met Sir Terry Pratchett in 2011 here in Australia. He came over for a convention that we had to do with his books, Discworld books. But unfortunately, poor Sir Terry Pratchett, I thought I had a stone on that, passed away. I think he passed away in 2014 from Alzheimer's. He was diagnosed with Alzheimer's years ago, and yes, so he passed away. So I was so grateful that I got to meet him, and I got a book signed by him, and my daughter got to have a bit of a chat to him, and he talked to her about books, and yeah, so that was something that was on my bucket list, to always meet him, and finally got a chance to do that and discuss books and things with him. So that was lovely. So yeah, so I'm a huge Terry Pratchett fan. Love Terry Pratchett. He's from the UK. You UK people may know Sir Terry Pratchett or have heard of him. Just before I go on to the next one, I have finished one side of Minnie. I'm not going to do another side because I'm just about finished these questions, and that will be it for the WIP and Chat for today. But I will try and finish that side later and have her finished. The next thing you may not know about me is I went overseas in 2014. My daughter was 14. I was with my ex-husband at the time, and we went overseas. We went for 6 weeks. We went from Australia to Singapore, and we stayed in Singapore overnight. And we had enough time to look around Singapore. Beautiful country, very clean, but very hot. Oh my goodness, the heat. The heat in Singapore was, yeah, horrific. It was awful. It's the only word I can explain how it felt. It was just awful, very humid. And then we went from Singapore to Paris. Love Paris. My dad's side of the family are French, so that was my one thing on my bucket list as well that I wanted to tick off, and I did. I went to the Eiffel Tower. Love the Eiffel Tower. Love everything French. I don't know whether that's because I've got French blood in me or not, but yeah, I just loved Paris so much. Very busy city, but yeah, I loved it. And then we went from Paris to London, and we stayed in London in Clapham, a place called Clapham. You people from the UK will probably know where that is. I know it was London there somewhere, but I have no idea. I still can't get my head around all the places. But yeah, we stayed there, and we went to so we did all the touristy things from Buckingham Palace, Kensington Palace, saw Princess Diana's gowns in Kensington. Did Madame Tussauds. Went to Harrods, all the touristy things there, saw the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace, all of those wonderful things. And then we went from London, we went to Wales, and we stayed at Wales for a couple of nights. We stayed in Cardiff. And one of my favourite TV shows is Gavin and Stacey, and it was filmed in London and on Barry Island. Barry Island is near Wales, so we went to Barry Island so that I could see where Gavin and Stacey was filmed, and that was another thing off my bucket list. Absolutely loved it. It was such a really good time. It just seems surreal now. It doesn't feel like it's actually happened, because this was back in 2014, so it was a long time ago, or fair while ago now. And then on the way back, we flew back from London to Singapore again, stayed in Singapore overnight, and then back to Australia. So we were gone for 6 weeks. The place we rented in Clapham was Clapham. Was it Clapham? Yeah, Clapham. It was a unit, and so we had kitchenette. We had everything there, so we could cook meals, and if we wished to, if we didn't want to go out and eat out, and so it was really comfortable. It was nice. We rented it off of people, some people that we found through our travel agent. So so that was really, really nice. So yeah, I went overseas in 2014. I've got to get going because this is 34 minutes already. My middle name is Noel because I was due to be born on Christmas Day. I was due on Christmas Day and I was born New Year's Eve, a week after. So I let Mum have Christmas dinner in peace. That's what I tell her anyway. So, yeah, so my middle name is Noel, Peter Noel, named after Noel for Christmas, and it's spelt Noelle. And I actually love it. I wouldn't have minded that as my first name. And I was going to be Charlotte or Charmaine instead of Peter. So Mum and Dad loved Charlotte or Charmaine, but I don't know where Peter came from, but they named me Peter, P-E-T-A, Peter Noel. So, yeah, so they're 5 things that you didn't know about me. Not very exciting, but that's my life. It's not very exciting. But, yeah, it might be something that you might like to do on your channel. You might like to do the hashtag 5 things you didn't know about me. Yeah, I don't know, it's just nice for people to get to know diamond painting YouTubers and, you know, what they've done before or what they would like. It doesn't matter if 5 things you didn't know about me, but it's something that you would like to do. You know, if you like, I would love to go to Scotland and Ireland. I just didn't put that one on there because I already had 5. I'd already picked 5. But if you want to, you know, if there's something that you would like to do or something that's on your bucket list that you would like to achieve, then put that in as well. But yeah, I'll put the hashtag down below. I'm not going to tag anyone. I'm just happy for anyone to do that if they wish. I just thought it was nice, a nice way to get to know people a little bit more. So that's it for this. I need to get off here so that I can upload this video before it stops. Thank you very much for watching. Minnie Mouse is finished on one side. I will finish her later and start on another one. But that's it for now. Please subscribe down below if you haven't already. Hit the little bell so you get notifications when I put a video up. Please like the video. I need to get some more likes if I can because it all helps my channel. And yeah, I don't know how it works, but the algorithm of the channels apparently, the more likes you get, YouTube knows. So I don't know. I don't understand any of it. I'm not very technically minded, but, you know, it all helps. So please do that for me. And as soon as we get to 100, I will be doing a giveaway. So keep a watch out for that. We're up to 97. So if we can get to 100 soon, I will be ordering some diamond painting stuff for a giveaway. Or cross stitch. I will be giving you a choice. Whoever wins will probably get a choice of either. So, yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I will probably do another video next week. I might even do like a vloggy type one. I don't know. I'll see how I go. I'm not very good at this videoing thing because there's not a lot to see out here where I live. There's not a lot here, but I may show you some parks or something or whatever I can show you if I can. So I'll take you along for a ride. Might even take some videos in Sydney next week when we go away. And put those up on my channel as well. So, yeah, so have a lovely weekend. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.